I have the distinct honor, I'm telling you a little about Molly Maureen, who is graduating in June from St. Paul Central High School. Our family's been lucky enough to know Molly since she was a wee lass when she and my daughter Carolyn attended preschool right here at McAllister Plymouth. What I mostly remember about Molly in those early years is that she would carry around her weight in books. The girl practically came out of the womb reading and really has never stopped. I think I first heard the phrase future president of the United States mentioned along Molly's name around second grade. She's gone on to work on numerous political campaigns and is on a first-name basis with any number of community, state, and national leaders, and really all for her own because of the hard work she's put forth in so many places. I tell you, Molly has been on top of almost every developing political issue since she was little, forming her own opinions by talking to lots of people and figuring out with great integrity just where she stands and what she believes in. Molly's chosen to defer college this fall in favor of working with the City Year program, where she's been placed in a school in Spanish Harlem, and she'll be tutoring and serving as a role model for children from fall through spring through next summer. Her plan after that is to go on to journalism school, but after a year like that, who knows, the world could open up in all sorts of new ways for her then. So Miss Molly is a serious girl. She's squeezing the most out of life. But I've also had the pleasure of seeing her giggle, talk way too fast to understand, get her hair dyed all sorts of colors, wax her eyebrows, get swished in the back of a station wagon on the way to the inaugural in Washington, D.C., and then dressed to the nines to go to the inaugural ball that night. Throughout it all, she has been a delight to know and to be around. You can ask Mike anytime. There's two people who are always nice to him, and one is Molly and the other is Jan. That's McAllister Plymouth's own Jan, by the way, and she is Molly's grandma and a fabulous role model for Molly. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Congratulations, Molly. We're proud to know you. I love you.
It's my privilege to talk about my friend Carolyn. She's a senior at Central High School, and she's a rock, a pillar of our little community. You can watch her with her friends and peers, and you see great relationships. I've watched her with her mom, and it's a great relationship. I've watched her with her little sister, Lily, a really great kid. And it's okay, you know, it's not terrible. Carolyn's a very strong person with strong opinions. She's going to the University of Iowa because she's interested in social work or nursing. She likes large schools, and she likes Iowa. I just learned that she, quote, hates Senator Feinstein of California. The reason is that she was part of a small group that drove a Volvo to the inauguration. When they got there, they found out the purple tickets didn't give them access to anything, and Dianne Feinstein was in charge of the inauguration. So they didn't get in after the long drive. I think a little Christian forgiveness is called for here. In the past year, Carolyn has been in charge of planning for the youth mission trip, and some of the other folks involved, like Matthew and Norm and myself, we all work for her. And it might not be on the org chart that way, but we all know that we work for her. She's a very strong leader in the meetings. She works from an agenda. She makes assignments very clear. She follows up. So she leads from the front with this imaginary gavel. She leads by example, and she works really hard. Just watch her work through a call list of youth to get them for a turnout. It's really impressive to watch. And for 4 years, I've been trying to figure out how to gently shush Matthew, the valuable one, and I finally figured out how to do it. All you need to do is get Carolyn to look at him. Carolyn grew into the role of a leader, but we saw this leader coming. When there was an issue with the folks on the mission trip 4 years ago in New Orleans, it was Carolyn who came to the adults to discuss it. She was 15 at the time. And even though she was somewhat less than completely right, just coming to us was, I think, worthy of respect. And we saw her grow up, and there might have been a few bad moments along the way, but Carolyn keeps going. So today, Carolyn is the kind of person who could be counted on to do the right thing as best she can, She can be counted on to live her values, and she can be counted on to get things done. That get things done thing is really remarkable in somebody of Carolyn's age, and I'm really impressed. Carolyn is just the kind of person folks like me seek to hire in our professional lives, and you'll hear that, if I could, I'd hire you. And I think that's sort of an empty gesture. So on Friday, I convened the board of directors of Sargent Advisors, and here's your job offer letter.
Nice.
Congratulations.
I am here to talk about Megan. And I first got to know Megan in the role that she lives day to day as the pesky little sister. Her oldest sister was a friend of my oldest daughter, Annie, and her next older sister is a friend of my twins, Mart and Ellen. And Megan was trailing along when the girls would hang out at our house after school waiting to go to youth choir. But then when Megan was in the 8th grade, she gave me the honor of being her confirmation mentor. And we got to be friends. We had a lot of great talks and rides in the hula bug, and we've stayed friends all these years. And I love having her come over and sit at my counter and chat me up and let me know what's going on in her life. And I'm so proud of her. You should never have asked me to do this. The things I love about Megan, she's so sparkly and so full of enthusiasm and so full of energy, and she just comes bursting into the house and gives me a big hug, and the day just gets filled with sunshine. And she's had a great 4 years at St. Paul Central. She's been really busy. She's done soccer, and she's been on the track team, and she's been the communications person for the Young Democrats, which I think is really, really cool. And she's been involved with the youth group all these years and gone on the various mission trips the past 4 years, and in the meantime she takes her sweetness to a bakery as a counter person working at a bakery. So I think that's a great place for you to be. So Megan is going to graduate and go on to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, which I think is really great because I have a spy there. In the form of daughter Marit, who will be gone this fall on study abroad, but when she comes back in January, she'll be giving me complete reports on you. But we're friends, Megan. We'll always be friends. Good luck.